driving with the friends, you see a house you build, you're like, yeah, I built that one. I had a few buddies in the trade who
Okay.
definitely made it seem a little better than what you see online. You get the chirps flying a little bit with your voice, but
Yeah, well,
you don't
that's
take
fair.
it to heart. That's part
Yeah.
of the game there.
Do you think that you're going to finish out your apprenticeship at this point? Do you see yourself getting your third and your fourth year, and are you or do you think that becoming a journeyman is important to you? Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us with Better Building with Buck. Today we are on the Apprentices Corner. I'm going to start trying to interview or chat with different apprentices about how the trade is and what they've liked about it and what that's done for their life and how things are going. So today I got Andrew here. I bumped into him up near the college, and I thought I would offer to invite him on and have a chat today about what's exciting and new with him and what's going on with his apprenticeship. So,
Yeah,
Andrew, yeah, go ahead, Andrew. Do you want to tell us a little bit about you and who you work for and why you decided to become a carpenter?
yeah. So I'm 21. I'm going to school at BIU right now, taking
Yeah,
my level two. And I'm working with Joel Attig at Attig Homes. And yeah, getting into carpentry is coming out of high school. I had no idea what I wanted to do. And then I was working at a grocery store and COVID hit, and I was just wanted to get outside and not be in that secluded place a little bit. And
fair enough.
yeah, got on a construction crew. Didn't
Sweet.
know a thing when I first started. That
Did you know how to read a tape?
was about it.
Okay. Well, that's a good
Yeah,
start. At
yeah,
least you could work your way around in a tape a bit.
yeah, yeah.
And so you shared with me that you just started your second year. So that was pretty quick. I guess we're in 2024 now, but when did you do your first year?
I did my first year. I think it was 2020.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I worked with the same guy, Joel Attig, for a year before going to my first year.
Yeah,
And then worked with him for a year and a half before getting into my second year.
sweet. And
Yeah,
what have you liked a lot, like the most about it so far?
about just being in the trade.
Yeah,
Um, Working with my hands and
yeah.
just being outside. I'm a kid who can't sit still at all. Like if I have a
I
day
can
off
relate
on
to
the
that.
weekend, yeah, if I even a day off on the weekend, I'm like I gotta get outside and do something. So
Right on.
yeah.
And when you thought about construction before, was there any preconceived notions about like what you thought the construction industry was like, or did you have other people that were in it, so you had a kind of a decent feel about that, or do
Um,
you,
I had a few buddies in the trade who
okay,
definitely made it seem a little better than what you see online because lots of videos you see on Instagram and TikTok now, it's like guys chirping each other at the job site and showing off bad work. And,
yeah,
but actually, in the real life, it's nothing like that. You get the chirps flying a little bit with your voice, but
yeah, well,
you don't
that's
take
fair.
it to heart. That's part
Yeah.
of the game there. Yeah,
Yeah, no, I can appreciate that. That's awesome, dude. And
yeah.
when now that you're doing second year, just before we jumped on, you were sharing with me that you were learning about roofs. And how does that make you feel when you think about like the empowerment of being able to like, you did your first year, you learned how to build some walls, and now you put some walls together, and now you're learning about a little bit more about the complexity of shapes and stuff like that. And does that make you feel like you have a better understanding about how the building goes together, would you say? Or
Yeah, definitely. Because like I said, we just started today and we're in the mostly hand framing roofs.
okay,
And
cool.
out in my job, only really worked with trusses and
Yeah.
the odd hand frame here or there, but it's going to be interesting to get into hip roofs and stuff, hand framing and not working with trusses.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's cool. And what else were you learned so far in your second year?
So we started off with doing like slab on grade and setting up shoring and that kind of stuff.
Okay.
And then for just wrapping up, we did a siding project, so we had to do some drafting, write up a plan for some siding, and then frame the
Like a cross
wall.
section drawing, was it?
Yeah, a little bit of everything, like cross section and some details with your bug screen and flashing and window trim and door trim and that kind of stuff.
Cool.
Yeah, and then we had to build the wall and put the siding up on that.
Nice. That's
Yeah,
awesome. And now that you've got a little bit of feel for a different, like on, I guess I should ask, like, primarily what kind of scope of work are you guys doing at, through Attic? Is that how you say that? Sorry.
ATTIG, like ATTIG.
Attic. Um,
Yeah.
do what do you guys usually do in framing, or are you doing siding, or what's kind of scope of work you guys usually doing?
Mostly framing. That's
Okay.
my boss and my favorite thing to do.
Yeah.
So do
Sweet.
that. Yeah, just finishing up a commercial building. We did an apartment down in Parksville.
Okay.
So yeah,
Sweet.
mostly framing.
Yeah. And how many people are on your crew?
Um, we have four right now, but I'm in school, and then our other guy is in school as well, or he just
Okay.
finished up last week, so he should be back this week.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Um, is there anything that you, before you started the trades, that you didn't realize you were going to get out of the trade that now it's kind of came more apparent that you're like, whether that is like self-satisfaction or just general skill or anything that comes to mind for you?
Yeah, the skill is a big thing. It's just being able to kind of build stuff now, put stuff together, helping out friends when they need it. And
Yeah.
it's also you make so many friends when you're on the trade, like different trades coming in, you talk to them, and I got friends in every single trade now just from working in the
Good.
trade.
Good. That's
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, because it's interesting how much of a community it is, and if you get to work with guys that you like, um, it sure makes that sense of community strong. And when you go to work, you're like, oh, I wonder if this person's going to be there. That'd be sweet because even if they're not on your crew, but on somebody else's, that you might bump into them a couple of times here and there when you guys have some overlap of work in the same area, and you know
Yeah, that's always
like
cool.
yeah, you're talking about poking fun at each other, and yeah, and it's all in good spirit, and everybody's having a good time and trying to
Yeah.
enjoy, because it by no means is construction easy. So when you can try and make it as enjoyable as possible, as far as being able to exert yourself and effort and then actually see a product at the end of the day, it sure feels good.
Yeah, it definitely feels good. I like
Yeah.
driving with the friends. You see a house you build, you're like, yeah, I built that one.
So are you guys more so doing commercial or residential?
Um, we were mostly doing residential,
Okay.
but our past two jobs were commercial jobs. So it was cool to see a little bit different building style in the commercial, a lot more
Yeah.
engineered stuff going on there and complexity.
Yeah, right on. And did you like that, or did you find it more like um t- like were you there when they were doing much back framing and stuff like that, or were you doing most of like this the bulk wall framing type stuff?
Most of the bulk wall framing, we prefabbed all the walls on a separate site,
Oh, cool.
and they got trucked there. Um, and then it was a separate crew, um, stood all the walls, and then we did the flooring and
Okay.
she did the floors and the floor joists.
Yeah.
Um, and then yeah, a little bit of back framing. Kind of saw it while I was walking by, but even just the framing, like throwing in paralams, and then in the floor, there's paralam beams going in, and yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that's
different to
cool.
see.
Yeah, for sure. Um, what do you think that you're going to finish out your apprenticeship at this point? Do you see yourself getting your third and your fourth year, and or do you think that becoming a journeyman is important to you?
Yeah, I'm actually already on the wait list for third and fourth year.
Oh, nice hustle, bud.
Yeah, so hopefully I'll get into those pretty quick once I'm done my second year,
Yeah,
and then get my red seal and see if I can do stuff on my own after a couple years after that.
nice. Good. And you feel that that's important to you to be able to go and work for yourself.
Yeah, I'd like to have my own company in the end. My cousin, he got into the trade around the same time as me
Yep.
on the mainland, and he wants his own company. So we've talked about going in together once we both have a red seals and kind of work a few years with another company, and just gain more skills.
Right. Cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Um, is there anything else that you'd like to share today about the trade? And if there's any kind of pieces of the puzzle that you'd like to share with other people that might want to join the trade?
Honestly, just get into it. It's everybody needs work right now, pretty much. Like everybody's looking for guys. Make great friends. It's fun. You're outside, you're active. Like, yeah, it's so fun working in the trade. I enjoy going to work every day.
That's awesome. And you know what? You can see that with the smile on your face. You know,
Yeah,
it's not, you're not have, you didn't come on here to have a bullshit. You're really, you do enjoy it and you're having fun and you made time today to share that with people. So I really appreciate that.
yeah. Definitely want to get more apprentices out there and have more guys working.
Good man. Well, thank you, Andrew. And I really appreciate you coming on and we'll chat more in the future and I look forward to following your journey.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
Okay. Bye for now.